Tonight it is the game between Penn State and Nebraska, live here and exclusive on Channel 16. Penn State and Nebraska being brought to you by the NEP Super Shooters. Our trucks picked by ABC to bring you the game. 11 cameras, 6 slow motion machines, and a whole bunch more. In fact, some of our guys going to be up in the Goodyear blimp. Should be a good game, super game, the kickoff classic. Penn State and Nebraska. Of course, you know who's going to win, but watch to see the great job your people from northeastern Pennsylvania do bringing the game to the rest of the world. Also, a special edition tonight before the game at 8 o'clock of Pencil. The game pregame show is 8:30. The game is 9 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, Pennsylvania Outdoor Life and some of the hottest hunting and fishing spots in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, along with some great hang gliding photography that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Special edition for those of you who don't get to see it on weekends. Tomorrow, another great movie and some $16,000 phone calls. You have a super night, and tomorrow I hope you meet me right back here at the $16,000 movie.
Tonight in the news, Wilkes-Barre firemen have a busy day, and for one family, it's the second time around. Plus, one crop that was not hit hard by the hot weather. I'm Nolan Johannes. Newswatch 16 is next.
This is the news station, WNEP 16.
In Columbia County, students at Southern Columbia High are among the first to begin this school year. They attended their first class today, but like many other schools around the area, their teachers are working without a contract. In the northeast region of the state, they are joined by Nanticoke and 14 other school districts. And in the central region, 6 school districts have yet to settle contracts with their teachers. Turning to higher education, Luzerne County Community College has something to celebrate tonight. Freshman enrollment is up 20% from last year, making this class the biggest ever in the college's 16-year history. Newswatch 16's Dorothy Lucey found out why the school is popular.
Hair cut short and not many cut-offs.
I think they're more reserved.
This is orientation day at Luzerne County Community College, and these freshmen seem far from swallowing goldfish. They just want a no-frills college education, and they want it just one way.
Cheap. Yeah, affordable.
And according to Bill Cromie of Duryea, LCC is the place to get a bargain education.
I picked this college because I'm paying for it, and the price was reasonable. For $33 a credit, it's pretty cheap. Whereas when I went to Kutztown State, it was about $80-some a credit.
College officials say the cost per credit is low at LCC because Luzerne County and the state help fund the college. And Tom Leary, the assistant dean, says the low-cost tuition is paying off because this year's freshman class is a record breaker.
Largest class ever in the 16-year history of the college.
And this largest class ever here at LCC will get their 2-year degree for about $2,000. Many students here say that's pretty cheap for a sheepskin. Dorothy Lucey, Newswatch 16, Nanticoke.
Many farmers have been suffering through the hot, dry summer, except for one type of crop farmer. We'll explain that story when Newswatch 16 continues.
Save your aluminum cans and bring them to the telephone!
After 21 days of walking a picket line, telephone workers across the U.S. walked back to their jobs today. Here in Pennsylvania, the largest union for almost 12,000 Bell employees reached agreement early Sunday morning. Local unions had to approve their contracts before the national pact can be voted on. Office workers, installers, and operators, such as these back at work in Scranton today, will bring Bell operations back to normal after the 21-day strike. A different type of problem has been solved tonight in Jenkins Township. Newswatch 16's Bob Constantini is live at the number 14 viaduct. Bob, what's going on?
Nolan, here is all that's left of the number 14 viaduct on River Street in Jenkins Township. Traffic is still going here along the graded bypass. But just a few moments ago, the bridge was brought down by a private contractor. This bridge was built in 1925, and underneath it was 3 railroad tracks, and we can see here how the bridge is coming down. In 1925, there were 3 regularly used railroad tracks underneath it, but now there is only 1 railroad track under there, and it's seldom used, so PennDOT decided to bring the bridge down. The bridge has been in deteriorating shape for about 10, 15 years, so the people who live underneath it say. And there are a couple of people who live there, and that home you see back there, the home was actually run into by a car which ran off the bridge about 6 months ago, and the home has been repaired since. But PennDOT has decided to tear down the bridge, and that's all that's left of it. And we'll talk to some of the people who live near the bridge tonight on Newswatch 16, update at 11. Bob Constantini, Newswatch 16, and we're live with the Instacam in Jenkins Township. Nolan?
Bob, how's the traffic at that Jenkins Township site?
Well, Nolan, when the bridge was brought down, it was quite busy here. They had to stop traffic in both directions because it fell this way towards the road. But at this point, the rush hour traffic is going along smoothly, and this is the way it will have to go from now on because this road is the permanent road.
Okay, Bob, we'll wait for your report tonight. It's been anything but normal down on the farm at this season. The prolonged drought has taken its toll on certain crops, bringing huge losses to farmers. But things aren't quite so bad for peach growers, it seems. And as Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci reports, there's a real sweet surprise for peach consumers.
The peach harvest is coming in, and peach farmers say things are less than ideal. The summer drought, which has taken a toll on so many crops, has hurt peaches, too.
They could be a lot bigger from being so dry and all. They're smaller than usual.
Drought made them smaller.
Yeah.
But even if things aren't great in the peach groves, they aren't terrible either. Peach farmers say their trees are far more resistant to drought than many other crops.
The roots on a peach tree or any other tree are much deeper than the roots on a corn stalk. Therefore, it takes longer till drought really affects the tree. So these peach trees with roots down maybe 3 feet deep are not hurting as bad as corn or soybeans.
And farmers insist the drought has even had one advantage. It's made peaches sweeter.
Because of the lack of moisture, I believe the sugars are more concentrated.
And so while farmers say this year's small crop will squeeze profits some, they also say they won't get hurt too badly. And consumers should actually benefit from the drought, because when these peaches end up on supermarket shelves in the next few days, they should taste sweeter than ever. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Sunbury.
And Dan brought back at least one sample. We thank him for that. Tom Clark coming up next with what we hope will be a peachy forecast when we come back.
Food, fun, games, and entertainment galore at St. Martha's Festival on the parish grounds in Fairmount Springs. It all takes place Saturday and Sunday, September 3rd and 4th. There's music for dancing starting Saturday evening and continuing through Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. And the food is delicious. In addition to the usual picnic fare, there's chicken and ham dinner Sunday afternoon from noon till 6 p.m. It's all at St. Martha's Festival in Fairmount Springs, Saturday and Sunday, September 3rd and 4th.
Work crews were out early today taking care of a difficult cleanup in the Susquehanna River. They are removing 97 river cribs from the river, the cribs that play havoc with the bottoms of pleasure boats in the Williamsport area. Those cribs were built in the 1800s and were used to funnel logs down the river during the days when the area was the lumber capital of the world. But now, the cribs are a hazard to boaters. So the workers from the Frank Wolniak and Son Construction Company are taking out 97 of the most dangerous cribs. The state is picking up the tab for the crib removal in the Susquehanna River near Williamsport. Yes, boating season might be at an end. Peaches are here. They say they're a little bit smaller, though, so I don't think I can share this one with you, Tom. I'm afraid we'll have to keep it all for ourselves.
That's too bad, Nolan.
Sorry.
Whatever, okay. Hey, welcome back from vacation, sir, by the way. I know you were away last week, but nice out here today. We had some rather large and ominous clouds visible across our skyscape this afternoon. About a 90-second shower in this backyard. Some areas got hit quite hard, but we managed to capture some of those ominous clouds on tape this afternoon. I'd like to show you that right now. Some very tall and cumulus clouds. Look at those tremendous cauliflower-like clouds building up this afternoon in our unstable atmosphere. That shot over Pocono Downs this afternoon. Cumulus congestus clouds. And there they are there. Some updrafts in those clouds as much as 20 and 40 miles per hour. Now there you have cumulonimbus mamma clouds produced by downward motions of air. You can see the bulbous structure of those clouds. And finally, a view taken this afternoon from Skycam 16 looking out across the horizon, some cumulocongestus clouds along the horizon and those mammoth clouds on top. An interesting day for cloud watchers. Now, here's our temperature, 74 degrees outside now. The humidity is up at 68%. The wind southeast at 10, and the barometer now is beginning to rise from 29.92 inches. High today, 84. Low last night, 66. Records 95 and 38. Now, on Skywarn radar, the 60-mile sweep, I can see just some scattered thunderstorms there, down over towards the Pocono Mountains, and a storm up there towards Wyoming and northern Lackawanna County. Widely scattered thunderstorms today. I got some calls from some neighborhoods where it was pouring rain, and right across the street, no rain at all. So very scattered rainfall today across the viewing area, and even at this hour, we're picking up some very light thunderstorm activity down towards Allentown and Reading. Newswatch 16's color satellite photograph. First of all, a space launch tomorrow morning at 2:15 a.m. from right about there. Down that way now, partly cloudy skies, temperature near 90. I suspect no weather problems later on tonight as that launch takes place. Some thunderstorms east of the Cape, but no weather problems for the launch. Up here in Pennsylvania, you can see the clouds, the thunderstorms up that way. Thunderstorms moving in towards the Meadowlands in New York. There could be a thunderstorm for that game tonight, but I suspect they'll get it off with no problem. And temperatures, game time, at close to 70. So not too bad. We see lots of sunshine northwest of Pennsylvania. Some clouds up to the west, up over southern Canada. That's our next weather maker coming in for some showers here by the middle part of the week. So our forecast for tonight looks like this. Just a few clouds overhead, a stray thunderstorm or two south and east of the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area this evening. Fog could form later on tonight, and there you go. Temperatures 60 in Simpson, 62 in Nanacook, about 62 down in Coaldale, and 63 the low out in Cocalamus tonight in Juniata County, and about 63 for the low in Jersey Shore tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, sunshine and some high clouds. It'll be a dry day and a warm day. Look at the temperatures up well into the 80s. Center Moreland, Wyoming County, 84, 84 in Hazleton, 87 in Sunbury, about 81 up there in Lookout in Wayne County, and it'll be on the humid side as well. And then go Lions tonight. That message on behalf of myself and my weather computer. Beat Nebraska badly. Okay. Partly cloudy tonight, some fog towards morning, 63. Sunshine tomorrow, 85 for the high in town. Showers coming in on Wednesday, 77. Again on Thursday for the high as well. Cloudy on Thursday and then partly sunny on Friday, 80 degrees. So while I'm in the business of predicting, I'll predict Penn State by 5 tonight. Nolan?
What is that, 5 points or 5 touchdowns?
5 points.
Little conservative. What happens if your computer gives up now because Nebraska wins? That mean we won't have any weather facts tonight?
It'll get scolded later on.
All right.
We'll have it back, though.
We'll see you after the game.
Yeah.
Right, all right.
Come on down to Miss Judy's Backyard Carnival. Park free at the Comerford Drive-In and ride free to Channel 16. Take Interstate 81 to Pittston Exit 48.
Latrobe Brewing Company, the makers of Rolling Rock beer, say the brew is being made again. At the beginning of the month, 3 AFL-CIO unions struck the plant in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, shutting down the operations and stopping the supply of the beer. But now another brewery has picked up the license to brew Rolling Rock, and the company officials say that it'll be back on the shelves in 3 or 4 weeks. Company officials are guarding the identity of the plant that's picking up the slack. They hope to move operations back to Latrobe when that strike is settled. Well, what do you know? College football season is here. I can't believe it.
After that story, though, you're supposed to ask me what's on tap for tonight.
Yeah, I know, but I just couldn't do that, you know.
There's lots going on tonight.
Is there really?
I can't wait to see this ball game. It's going to be a goodie.
You think really the teams are ready? That's what I want to know for this type of early game.
I think if they're ever going to be ready, they're ready now. I think Joe Paterno thinks so anyway. What's the old expression? It's all over but the shouting. Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of shouting at the Meadowlands tonight, and more than likely at your house as you watch Penn State take on Nebraska live and exclusively here on Channel 16 at 8:30. Joe Zone takes a look at the big opener for both teams.
There's one thing that strikes me about tonight's game, and that is the potentially powerful offense of Nebraska's versus the questionable offense of Penn State's. The Nittany Lions of a year ago had an explosive offense, one that could march down the field and put points up quickly. Remember the drive against Nebraska in the final minute? That kind of scoring ability meant that Penn State was always in the game. They don't have that kind of scoring ability this year. At least I don't think they do. Doug Strang is now the quarterback. He's been named to start tonight. If he fails to move the team, Dan Lonergan will step in. Neither quarterback is truly game-tested. With new people in new positions, the Penn State offense will be run-oriented, ball control. That's fine if the highly touted Penn State defense keeps it close, but what if the Lions fall behind early? The Cornhuskers, returning most all of last year's offense, can put points up fast and often. And there's no way, I believe, the Nittany Lions can trade touchdowns with them. That's why, for the first time in 2 years, that's right, I am picking against Penn State. Nebraska ranked number 1, Penn State number 4. My prediction, Nebraska 29, Penn State 13. Joe Zone, Newswatch 16 Sports.
I can hear the Penn State fans now. Of course, Joe Zone will be live from the Meadowlands after the game tonight. NFL teams had to pare down to the 49-player limit today. As far as the Philadelphia Eagles go, 10 were cut, including cornerback Richard Blackmore and Kenny Jenkins, a guy Marion Campbell seemed high on as a punt returner when we visited the Eagles camp earlier this year. Dan Pastorini, a quarterback, placed on injured reserve along with guard Petey Perot. Well, our Super 16 preseason countdown of high school football clubs is down to the top 7. Well, actually, we attempted to show you team number 7 last Friday 11, but in the midst of technical problems, we were unable to bring you the whole story. So here goes, again, from the Class B Southern Division of the Eastern Conference, Super 16 team number 7, Marion Catholic Joe Zone has it for you right now.
The heat of the summer is supposed to be a time for relaxation, but in the game of football, it's a time to get ready for the upcoming season. At Marion Catholic, there is a special reason that the players just can't leave their jerseys blowing in the wind until the big game, because that big game is set for opening day. The Colts, as in other years, open with Blue Mountain. The only thing different about this year, it could be for all of the marbles.
This is the game where maybe the B winner could come out of, and of course that remains to be seen. A lot of other teams have their hands in there, but we're excited. You know, the preseason dog days get kind of tough and hot, but when you know you've got a big game like that waiting for you in the opener, it makes things just a little easier and the enthusiasm just a little stronger.
There are always scrimmages that lead up to opening day, and in those scrimmages, the coach is usually right on the football field. Stan Dick wants to make sure that he's got that leadership up front at the linebacker position. Mike Weber will be his eyes and ears.
Coach told me I'd make a assistant coach out there because I have to read all the plays and know where to send everybody out, and also it's a hard position. I enjoy playing it.
The big game on September 3rd doesn't have players worried. They feel they know what they have to do and what obstacles will have to be overcome.
We're a small team, and there's a lot of players coming back for them. So we're strong. We're going to come back. We're going to beat them.
Team number 6 tomorrow at 6. What's the best time to head out fishing tomorrow for you anglers? Let's take a look on the fish forecast. That looks like about 6:30 in the morning and 8 o'clock in the evening. And we'll catch you with more sports a little bit later tonight after that big football game. Can't wait.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if we get all our work done, we can sit and watch it for a while, right?
Well, maybe you can. I don't know. No.
Maybe I can.
We'll
Sports department always does that, right? Thank you, Tim. Newswatch 16 continues with the story of a special place that rolls out the red carpet for children.
Live from WNEP-TV 16 and Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, it's the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. WNEP-TV will bring you live coverage of muscular dystrophy events from all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania all night long, beginning Sunday, September 4th at 9 p.m. Then come on down to Miss Judy's Backyard Carnival beginning at 9 a.m. on Labor Day. Let's all get that special feeling for MDA right here Labor Day weekend on WNEP-TV 16.
Last night, Newswatch 16 told you about Jennifer Boza, a little girl from Shamokin suffering from a heart disease. Jennifer had one dream fulfilled by taking a trip to Disney World, courtesy of Senator Ed Helfrich. Newswatch 16 went along for that trip, and tonight Craig Stevens reports the red carpet treatment Jenny got is a daily event.
For Jennifer Boza, this trip to Disney World in Orlando, Florida is a dream come true. But to the people who work here at the Magic Kingdom, making dreams come true is an everyday occurrence. Hundreds of sick children like Jennifer visit Disney World each year. For all of those children, Disney World rolls out the red carpet.
Many children have a dream to come to Walt Disney World. It's the one thing they really want to do. It's a childhood fantasy. And if we can do a small part in helping that dream come true for kids who have special needs, we're happy to do it.
Disney World employees are supposed to treat every visitor as a VIP, but for kids like Jennifer, they seem to go out of their way to bring happiness.
Well, I enjoy doing it, and I think Walt Disney World does a good job with them. We bring quite a few in off and on throughout, the different times of year. I like the way they get to enjoy it. A lot of times communities will pitch in just to send a small child down that does have a problem.
Well, they certainly enjoy it as much, or if not more so, than the other kids. They're really delightful. I think it's great to be able to have them out and have them out on the cruise and everything. I like them a lot. And yeah, it seems like they're going to get along. They don't get any necessarily special treatment assessed for getting on the boat, but they get into it.
Jennifer Boz's trip to Disney World is something she'll never forget. And the people here who've helped make her trip so wonderful say they'll never forget her either. In this place where dreams become reality, the people who work at Walt Disney World say that if they can make a lot of children like Jennifer Boza happy, then they've done their job. Craig Stevens, Newswatch 16 at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
Good night.